Alfaro, completely on his own, outnumbered, takes one touch, takes another, fantastic trickery. What a finish!
Came to America in 2013 to play soccer at the University of South Carolina, Beaufort, a really small school about 2 hours away from here. Absolutely loved it, and throughout my time there I knew that I really wanted to get into soccer broadcasting, and during my senior year I thought I'd just about emailed every single team in America. And I went to cover an event for a local news station, and they had a connection. I ended up having an interview on a Wednesday with our owner here, and I started that Saturday. So I actually started working here just before I graduated on the first match of the season 2 years ago. So a bit of a whirlwind, but absolutely loved it. So when I first started at the Battery, I was a sideline reporter. When our play-by-play announcer left, our owner said, "Do you want to do it?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll give it a go." So it kind of all stemmed from there. And I really did think, when I initially took it over, I thought it was going to be very temporary. I thought I'll be doing this for maybe 1 or 2 weeks before we get someone in, and now still doing it. And it's definitely taken a lot of time to grow and get used to, but I really enjoy it. In college, there were so many people that I looked up to in the TV world. And then ever since I started working at the Battery, you're looking at these people every single day, and there's never really now a broadcast that I watch where I don't learn something from one of these people. And I think there's a few that I really admire in the industry, you know, for hosting, of course, Rebecca Lowe and Kay Murray, for sidelining, Laura Rutledge, Katie Witham, and I absolutely love Kate Abdo. So there's so many different people, and then obviously for commentary, that's a whole different thing. And I think every time I've watched a football game since I started doing this, I'm always writing down new phrases on my phone or something. If I hear something that I like, I'm like, "Oh, that's a good one." So I feel like I'll never watch the game the same again ever since I've started doing it. But there's so many different influences, and I really do learn something different from everybody that I watch. This is my second season doing play-by-play for the Battery, and I've been fortunate enough, you know, to do a couple of mutual USL championship matches, and the USL have been such a big part of my progression, I think, as a commentator. I mean, Brad Baker has been fantastic. I think from the get-go, from the first week where I started commentating, I had a conversation with him, and it's been so nice to have people like that to support you along the way. And now really branching out and doing non-Battery games has been really exciting for me. And then recently I did an NWSL game with Orlando Pride and Utah Royals, so that was a big moment. You know, the last weekend before the US internationals leave to go to camp for the World Cup coming up this summer. So that's something that I think that was one of those moments that I'll always remember. It was so exciting and very, very grateful. And in a couple of weeks, I've got some Open Cup matches coming up. So looking forward to getting involved with a couple of other teams. I absolutely love football, and that's why I love my job so much. I think it's a very exciting time to be a woman in sports and broadcasting in general, and I think that it's with thanks to the trailblazers that were here today, like Jackie Oatley, for example, the first woman to commentate on Match of the Day. And I think it just is slowly changing over time, and when you look at the female broadcasters around, it's still up and rising, and there still isn't that many, you know, in commentating positions and in various different things. So I think although it is changing, it's slowly changing, and we still do have a way to go, and it'll be great the day that the headline isn't woman broadcasting on this or woman commentating on that. I'm very grateful to those that have gone before me and really set the standard and pushing women into this industry. I think something that my dad has always said to me, you know, when applying for jobs or just in anything really, is cast your net wide and you might catch one. And that's something that's always stuck. You know, it's so difficult, especially coming out of college. I don't have any family here, I don't have any contacts here, so you really have to try and work to, you know, find somebody that might give you that first bit of experience. And I feel like I'm very lucky here to be able to keep progressing and moving on to new and exciting challenges, but also just being a go-getter and don't wait for opportunities to come to you is probably the biggest thing. And also enjoy what you do, because I couldn't think of anything better than being able to say that my job is to watch and commentate on football and to be around it every single day. So for me, it never feels like work. So it goes back to that old saying of find something that you love and you'll never work a day again in your life.